First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Detroit Lions. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Go. Waiting.
56 is the mic. Hey, come on, oh, come on, oh.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Wentz. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here comes the Lions punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
Everyone, you got 4 down. Hey, watch number 5, watch number 5.
On first down, Downs to throw. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Hey, we got right. We got right. You.
On 3rd down, Dobbs. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Here's Thomas. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3-and-out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 280! 56! It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Working from the gun. Wentz. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory.
Come on now, let's go.
A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Check 24, check 24. Watch out, watch out. Watch out.
They'll try the left side. Moss, and not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Ram. Pilot, 64, weak.
They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Come on, baby, let's go. Let's go. Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
From the 27, Dobbs. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now they're setting up the wide receiver screen here on the right side. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Out of the gun, Dobbs. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll come out in the pistol. So now then the penalty's got them set up with a 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Again, we'll see the pistol here. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. To throw is Dobbs. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation, because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Going to throw right side here, complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That's trash. That's trash.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Staying open. 47, Mike. Hey, Ford, Tokyo. 47. Here we go, here we go. Hey, Chuck. 47.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
On the ready. 40's Mike, right there. 40's Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
On play action, it's Dobbs. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. That'll bring up 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. To throw again. Dobbs looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Dobbs. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
53, Mike, 53. 65, 65. 65.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Dobbs. He wants it all for the end zone. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown Saints.
That's what I'm talking about.
Traquan Smith. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Wentz. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll try the left side. Moss. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
That's going to be a long... Shorty. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Man 5-7.
Tighten up. Check.
On 3rd down, it's Moss, and he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Remember, Prater has hit from 64 earlier in his career. This one not quite as long, but good from distance nonetheless. After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Watch time. Tight end run.
Throwing again. Dobbs. And he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23.
Come on, guys.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Hey. Wide. Get wide.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and now it's 2nd down.
Let's go now. 60 out long. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Even. 4 down. Even. Check it back. Okay.
To throw again. Dobbs. And brought in by the tight end Cook. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Off the play fake. Dobbs looking long for Thomas. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Here we go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's a depth.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Give him 9 on the carry there, but they'll be left still with a 3rd and long situation. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
You got nothing.
Throwing again. Dobbs. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered. It's both feet down for the completion.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
I got one.
Off play action. Dobbs. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, this is
from the gun, Dobbs. And that's caught by Smith. A gain of 22.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Saints first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Undercrunch.
Dobbs. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. And to give this time to the tailback. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down at the 43. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Check. Crunch. Crunch.
Other side. Solid. Solid.
Quick that.
Wentz going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go again. Alert flare.
Sunday.
He's coming. We got double up.
Lion.
Kill. Whip. Watch the whip. Check 4. Check nickel.
On third down, it's Moss. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Hey, 4 down.
Operating from the gun. Dobbs going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
To throw on third down. Dobbs, and that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll keep it on the ground. Moss, and he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 3 down.
Kill.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. Being chased out left. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
On second down, Kamara. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And it's third down.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Saints on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Here's Dobbs to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Kamara. And he's got some space here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Set putt, Mike. Kick to Pittsburgh. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs. Over. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
Off the play fake. Dobbs. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Now Dobbs. Eluding the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Saints on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, we are Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
From the gun, Dobbs. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive, but they'll be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Get that ball. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
And the blitz does come. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. There was the pressure you were talking about, force the incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
The kick by Lutz is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Mike, 51.
Now wins. And that'll be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, switch gears.
Hey, grade 57. Grade 15. Grade 15.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 24 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Marcus Davenport in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 120!
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Great.
Nervous?
Shit.
What's this on?
Hey, check 24. Shift. Hey, alert 3.
Goal.
Kill.
On 3rd down, it's Moss. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Defense focus. Check safety.
Hey, empty.
Six guys.
What's that?
They'll keep it on the ground. Moss. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
They had to convert there on 4th down, and they ran the football. Major surprise, but they pick it up. Now they've got to really hurry.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
87. What's that?
Now a give right side. It's Moss. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. If If there was a time to break off a nice run like that, it was right here to grab the lead in the fourth.
And it's just so much stress on a defense in that situation because you're looking at the clock. What are we guarding against? What's the first thing, right? The strike to the end zone, throwing the ball. Instead, they come back and hit him with a run. Block it well, and how about the physical run he made? Terrific job finding his way to the end zone to give him the lead.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. And Thomas has it. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Flush to his right. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Lions, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints,